Kamusta po mga kabayan? Ito ang Patrol Abroad. Sinalubong ng protesta ang unang anibersaryo ng Lapu-Lapu Day tragedy sa Vancouver. Matatandaan na 11 ang namatay at mahigit na 30 ang nasugatan ng sagasaan ng isang sasakyan ang mga dumadalo sa naturang event noong Abril 2025. Narito ang report ni Cecil Doctor.
Dismayado ang mga kaanak at kaibigan ng Lapu-Lapu victims na itunuloy pa rin ng Filipino BC ang kanilang Lapu-Lapu Day event sa kabila ng panawagan nilang ipagpaliban nito.
It was a slap in the face. Like, we always ask them to pause, listen to the victims. We're not ready. Like, nasasaktan lang kami kung may festival talaga kasi wala naman tayong isa-celebrate, di ba?
I mean, I would invite them to come here and see for themselves. Nah, this is not a festival. It's not going to be the same event as it was held in previous years. There's a lot of focus and emphasis on different activations that allow people to participate on their own terms.
I feel very disappointed, very disrespected, angry, really sad. I think it's totally disregarding the victims and the families of the people who were lost and people who were injured.
Siyempre, hindi masaya at talagang masakit para sa amin na tinuloy pa rin nila yung plano nila kahit na anong pakiusap namin.
Ayon sa Filipino BC Chair na si RJ Aquino, mahigpit ang seguridad sa Lapu-Lapu Day of Togetherness na ginanap sa Italian Cultural Center sa Vancouver. Kapuna-puna na maraming miyembro ng Vancouver Police at first responders ang nagbantay at may blockades din sa mga kalsada sa palibot ng venue. Nagkaroon ng moment of reflection at pag-aalay ng bulaklak sa flower wall bilang paggunita sa trahedya.
It's good. Maraming tao, maraming press, maraming mga government officials. It's an event. It's not a festival.
Bagamat may itinakdang concert sa gabi ng event, minabuti ng Filipino BC na wag na itong ituloy matapos makatanggap ng online comments sa mga performers sa kanilang channels. Habang nagaganap ang pagtitipon, mapayapa namang nagprotesta ang mga kaanak at kaibigan ng mga biktima laban sa anilay patuloy na pagbabaliwala ng Filipino BC sa kanilang kalagayan.
Noong pang January pa kami nakikiusap sa kanila na huwag muna nilang ituloy sa ngayon kasi nga nag-grieve pa kami na ano pa, hindi pa sariwa pa sa amin ang mga pangyayari, pero hindi sila sumunod, gusto pa rin nila makakolekta siguro, kaya tinuloy pa rin nila yung plano nila kahit anong pakiusap na ng mga tao.
The group's been spoken to. I myself have written letters as well. I think everybody here at some point has reached out to request.
What was their reaction?
Often they didn't even reply, or they met us with saying they can't answer certain questions. Basically, zero interaction, zero discussion.
It's just, we don't feel heard. We don't feel like this is to benefit any of the victims' families. It's all for their own profit.
Were you even invited to the
No. Like, they did not speak to us. They did not ask us how it felt. They did not ask us how this would impact us or anything.
So, have you invited them? Do you
Yeah.
Okay. And
Well, I mean, it's an open event. It's not. We're not disinviting anybody. But if the situation calls for, like, we want to take everybody's safety to concern. Like, that's our main concern, is that everybody feels safe. Everybody feels welcome, that everybody feels like they can be in community without any bullying, harassment, or intimidation.
Muling inulit ng mga biktima na wala silang tulong na nakukuha sa kabila ng malaking donasyon na nakuha ng Filipino BC sa komunidad.
Totaling wala na naitulong sa amin mula nung maalis kami sa hospital, wala na kaming tulong nakuha sa kanila.
Si AJ po, kamusta na po si AJ?
Okay naman si AJ hanggang ngayon, siyempre nagpa-process pa rin yung mga therapy niya, everything. At kami ang gumagawa lahat. At saka umaasa pa rin kami na sana sooner makapagsalita na siya para malaman namin kung ano talaga yung nararamdaman niya.
Have you talked to the victims or the families of the victims?
I've talked to many people, including people that are still receiving care and help. But due to privacy and confidentiality, I can't speak to any specifics.
They should be putting their energy and their resources towards victims, towards people who are still suffering from the loss of last year. Instead, they're putting their energy, resources, and money towards putting on an event a week before the 1-year anniversary of last year's tragedy. And I think that that's appalling.
Sinabi ni Aquino na nakasaad kung saan napunta ang mga donasyon na nakalap sa Crisis Response Impact Report na inilabas nila noong Disyembre 2025. Tiniyak niya na maglalabas sila ng third-party audit sa tinanggap nilang pera.
If the R calls for transparency, we provided that information, and I hope it satisfies them. But if it really is just an attempt to continue to undermine what Filipino BC is doing, I hope they're prepared to be as transparent themselves. I hope they're prepared to make the same, demands and have these high standards for everybody else who claims to stand for something in the community.
Ayon naman sa kaanak ng mga biktima, patuloy nilang ilalahad sa publiko ang kanilang karanasan hanggang makuha nila ang tamang tugon mula sa Filipino BC.
All we can try to do is keep putting out the message, sharing our story, the experiences of our family and all the other victims that we have connected with na also experienced the same things from Filipino BC.
Mula sa Vancouver, ako si Cecil Docto, ang inyong patrol abroad.
Samantala, nanawagan po ang Filipino-Canadian na member of Legislative Assembly na si Mabel Elmore sa mga organisasyon na nakakuha po ng donasyon kaugnay ng naturang event na isoli ang natitirang pera para naman po maipamahagi sa mga pamilya ng naging biktima ng naturang trahedya. Mahigit na 40 mga samahan ang nakatanggap po ng grants mula sa Kapwa Strong Funds. At yan ang latest sa Patrol Abroad. Ako po si Henry Umaga Diaz. Hanggang sa muli.